Welcome to my channel, Handmade in Marbella. My name is Jeanette and today I'm going to show you how to crochet the crocodile stitch. This looks really complicated, but it's really not as intimidating as it looks, so have a go. I'm using Aran weight yarn and a 5mm hook, but you can use whatever yarn you have and the appropriate hook. So we need to start with chains, and we need a multiple of 6 plus 3. So I'm going to start with 27 chains. Okay, so it's 27 chains. So first of all, we're going to make the foundation row, which is like the scaffolding that we're going to build the scales onto. So to start, we make a UK treble in the 3rd chain from the hook. So 1, 2, 3, UK treble. This creates the first set of posts. It'll be easy to see what I mean as I get further along. So that's the first set of posts. Then we skip 2 chains and chain 2. Chain 2, skip 2 chains. 1, 2, and in the next chain we make 2 UK trebles. And chain another 2. Skip 2 chains. 1, 2, and in the next chain make 2 UK trebles. So each time we're creating a new set of posts that we're going to build our scales onto. So continue all the way along. Chain 2, skip 2 chains, 1, 2, and in the next chain 2 trebles. Chain 2, skip 2, 2 trebles in the next chain. Chain 2, skip 2 chains, 2 trebles into the next chain. Chain 2, skip 2, 2 trebles in the next chain. Chain 2, skip 2, 2 trebles in the next chain. Chain 2, skip 2 chains, and you should be in the last chain for the last 2 trebles. So this is the scaffolding that we're going to build the scales onto. And all you need to worry about, really, the only complicated part is the direction in which you crochet. So you can see here, the scale goes down and then goes back up. This scale goes down and then goes back up. And what we're going to do, we're going to crochet trebles, UK trebles, down this post and back up this post. Skip the next one and then go down this post and back up this post. So we just keep turning our work so it's facing in the right direction for us to crochet. So that's the hardest thing you have to worry about, is making sure you're in the right direction. So we're going to start with 3 chains and then hold your work so that you're going to crochet along this edge here. So around this treble we need to make 4 trebles. That's 2, 3 and 4, making 5 in total because we did 3 chains at the beginning, so it's the equivalent of 5 trebles. We do 1 chain and then we turn, and we're going to crochet back up this side here. So turn it around, fold it so that you can easily access this post that we made, and then make around this post, make 5 trebles. Okay, so we've done the 5 trebles. Now if you turn your work around, you can see you've made the first scale around that first set of posts. And then we're going to miss this set of posts, and we're going to do the same thing again in this set of posts here. So do 1 chain, turn the work around. This is the one we're missing. We're going into this one, fold it over so you can access easily this post, and then create 5 trebles basically in this space that you've created here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 chain, turn around so that we're going to go back up this post now. So again, fold it over so you can easily access this post, and do 5 trebles. Okay, then we have to turn back around so the scales are in front of you, and then you've got the tail down here, which is the rest of the scaffolding. We miss the next set of posts, go to this set of posts, again fold over so you can access that post easily, and again 5 trebles. One chain, turn the work around so we can now come back up the second post in this pair, fold your work over and do 5 trebles around this post. Turn back around, skip the next pair of posts and go into this pair of posts, fold your work again and make 5 trebles around this post. One chain, turn back around again to access the second post in this pair, fold your work behind so you can easily see this loop, 5 more trebles. Then we turn back all the way around again, skip the next pair of posts, and we're going to go into the last pair, which is where we made the chains and 1 treble. So again, fold your work so you can access easily this treble post, 5 trebles. One chain, turn around, And then in this, where we made the chains at the beginning, we do the last 5 trebles. Okay, so then we lay it flat, and you can see we've made the first row of scales. So now we need to make another foundation row so we can do the next. We have the post to make the next row of scales. So from this point we do 3 chains and 1 treble in this space in the middle of your scale. And then we do 2 chains. The next pair of posts goes between this pair of posts below, underneath where you've between the 2 scales. So you've got to go yarn round needle to start in this space under here to make a treble, and then back in the same space another treble, 2 chains. Then we need another pair of posts in the middle of this scale. 2 trebles, 2 chains, and then the next pair of posts we're going back under here in between the posts from the previous foundation row. 2 chains, 2 more posts in the middle of the scale, 2 chains, 2 more posts under here again between the 2 posts from the previous row, 2 chains, 2 posts into the middle of the scale, 2 trebles, 2 chains, 2 posts under here again, 2 trebles in that space, 2 chains, 2 more posts in the middle of this scale. So we can see here we have the foundation row now for the next row of scales. So now we need to make a new row of scales, but this time we don't want to be directly above, so we're not going to use this set of posts. We need to be making the scales, as you can see in this one, alternate on each row. So to do that, we ignore this first set of posts, chain 1, and in this set of posts, so we turn around, fold your work over and do 5 trebles in this space. Chain 1, turn all the way around again, because you have to come back up the second post. Fold your work over so you can access it easily, and 5 trebles in this space around the post. Turn around again. You can see you've made a scale now that's alternate to the scales below. So we're now going to skip this pair of posts and go into this next pair of posts, which is between the scales from the previous row. And again, 5 trebles. Chain, turn your work around so you can reach the second post from this pair. Fold your work over so it's easy to access, and five more trebles. Turn your work back round again. So we're going to skip this pair of posts and go into the next pair of posts, again the one that's between the two scales, and 5 trebles. One chain, turn your work around to come back up the second post of this pair, 5 trebles. Turn your work around. We're going to skip this pair and go into the last pair, this pair, because we're not going to use the last pair of posts. We're just, this will be the last one we use. So 5 trebles. One chain, turn around, second post in the pair, 5 more trebles. Okay, lay it flat so we can see what we've done so far. So we have 2 rows of scales. So because we used 27 stitches, I've got 5 on the first row, only 4 on the second row. And now we're going to make another foundation so we can make another 5 scales above. So alternating again with the ones below. So to make the next foundation row, after we've finished this scale, we need to turn our work to the back and make a slip stitch into this space that's on the end that was created by the chains. So literally just a slip stitch, just to hold the whole thing together. Turn it back around, and then we start the foundation row. So we do 3 chains, and in the same space we do a treble. So again, we've made our first set of posts for the next row of scales. So then 2 chains, the next pair of posts go into the space in the middle of the scale. So 2 trebles in there. 2 chains, and then the next pair of posts goes underneath here in the space between the posts on the previous row. So 2 trebles in there, 2 chains, 2 trebles in the space in the middle of the scale, 2 chains. Next 2 posts go in between the posts from below, 2 chains, 2 posts in the middle of the scale, so 2 treble crochet, 2 chains, the next 2 posts in between the 2 posts from the previous row, 2 chains, 2 posts in the middle of the scale, 2 chains, And then we still have this pair of posts on the end here that we didn't use on the previous row, but we can make a new set of posts in this space. So now we're ready to make the scales for the third row of scales, which is exactly the same as the first row of scales we made. So we start with 3 chains and we're going to crochet into this first set of posts. So 4 trebles into the space. One chain, turn your work around exactly the same as before, and crochet into the second post. So fold your work over for easy access, and 5 trebles. And we can see then we've started the third row of scales, and it continues in the same way. So this row of scales is exactly the same as the first row of scales. Then you make the foundation row for the next row of scales, and you just keep going with making sure the scales are alternate each time. Skip the pair of posts that you used last time, that's level with what you used last time, and use the pair of posts in between. And that is how you make the crocodile stitch. So although this stitch looks like it's really complicated, it's not. It's literally only chains and UK trebles. You just have to be careful of the direction. So whenever you get lost, just lay your work down flat so you can see where you're up to, and then you find the next set of posts that you need to work into for the next set of scales. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful. And if you did enjoy it, please consider subscribing and liking the video so that you get notified of new videos coming out.